When the moment came for the ET Zigwheels Awards 2014, the first criterion was an apt location to judge the best cars and bikes that made their debut in 2014. And what better place than a racetrack? So, we headed to the Irungattukotai racetrack in Sri Perumbudur, Tamil Nadu, to push the shortlisted 28 four-wheelers and 27 two-wheelers to the limit. For making this decision, we needed an expert panel of jury. To judge cars, we had the very experienced Dutu Dhawan, a foremost authority on vintage and classic cars along with all things automotive.
Well, Zigwheel has always been one of the leaders, in giving choices to the consumers and of course giving their opinions. Opinions from the best in the country, who would make decisions easier for a consumer, because once a consumer goes through the nominations and goes through the awards, he becomes sure of what he's trying to buy.
And Raj Kapoor, a former auto show TV anchor who has in-depth understanding of the four-wheeler market.
Well, this is the first time that I've attended the awards, and I quite like the style of doing it. The fact that it's being done at the racetrack again gives good opportunity to test all the cars out properly, so one can actually get a fix on handling and performance, which otherwise would not be so well calculated or judged in the everyday road requirements. So I think it's a good plan and a great venue to do this.
While maverick bike builder and enthusiast Joshua Grasto, along with ace racer K. Rajani, were part of the two-wheeler jury panel.
I think the Zigwheels Awards 2014 is they're running quite a fair awarding system with enthusiast engineers and of course racers evaluating all of the nominees. So it's really exciting to see people sort of get equal opinions from different fields for an overall winner.
This time I have lot of bikes like super bikes and big bike category and small bike also. Before not like so many super bikes not there. Now so many super bikes there, like a small bike like a 250cc also. Even now 1360cc also, like 1000cc. But mini bike coming now India. Before not like that.
The edit team jury members consisted of Vikrant Singh, editor Zigwheel.
This year we've had a very big grid, and this is the shortlisted grid, and that just shows that we've had a lot of significant launches, a lot of launches. So even though there is the thing about the industry not doing extremely well, we can see that the revival is in place, and that's always a good sign.
And associate editor Sarmad Kadri.
This year again there are a lot of interesting launches, including ones from Honda and from Suzuki. But what you really need to look out for is the TVS Zest and the Mahindra Gusto,
who with their years of experience evaluated both four-wheeler and two-wheeler nominations. Avid biker and assistant editor at Zigwheels, Preetham Bora, judged two-wheelers.
There have been several launches this year, so across categories there have been a lot of nominations, so it made our job a little more difficult because we were spoiled for choice really. So it was very difficult to judge because some of them are really neck to neck in competition across categories, across all categories. But it was overall a very good experience, and the best bikes win.
While Cyrus Thaber, the principal correspondent at Zigwheels, completed the four-wheeler jury panel.
The list of nominations and contenders that made it to the track this year was very varied, from the Alto K10 all the way to the CLA 45 and the S-Class. All in all, a very good spread of cars, and a few cars did not make it, but a brilliant spread and a brilliant cross-section of cars all around.
The panel of jury was accompanied by our chief guest, the sharp and the enthusiastic Mr. S.S. Bapat, Executive Director, Corporate Communication and Branding, who went along with the jury members to sample the nominations of each category.
It was terrific. Driving the vehicles at 200 kilometers per hour on that circuit. It was a great experience for me. Same thing for the bike segment. Bike segment also had various models starting from scooter to big bikes. It was quite robust, I can say, and it was done in true sense of testing, and they were tested to their capacity. And I can say this because I travelled myself in about 10 to 15 cars, and I have seen that they were driven at testing speeds and testing conditions. So I can very well say that they were tested to their limits, although in normal circumstances people will not drive those vehicles at those kind of speeds and those kind of conditions, but they were tested at a very severe condition.